Welcome to Shur Machshava on the Daf. The month of Elul is sponsored by the Mendelbaum family. Leilui Nishmas Reb Chaim ben Eliyahu Tzvi Halevi Zichron Livrocha. We're holding in Chullin Daf Kuf Tezvov. The Gemara Amud Bey says that there's 3 times in the Torah that says Lo Sevashel Gdi B'Chalev Himoi, and that is the source of Tani Rabbi Shmuel. They see from here the Chad L'Yisur Achilo, Chad L'Yisur Hana, Echad L'Yisur Bishul. And this is the main source of the Yisur Achilo and Hana, which is brought down in Halacha. That's how the Shulchan Aruch starts, Hilchos Basar v'Chalav, be with these 3 psukim. Now the Chas V'Sefer, Le'el and Daf Kuf Hei, we spoke about that when a person eats milk and then he eats meat, he needs to make a separation between the two by cleansing it with water and eating bread. Chas V'Sefer there quotes the Medrash Shoicher Toiv, the Medrash Tehillim, Perek Ches. It says over there that the Malachim, after Am Yisrael did a chait, the Malachim came and wanted the Torah back because they said Am Yisrael was over on the Torah. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu told the Malachim, but when you went to Avraham Avinu, you ate meat and milk together. Because it says that Avraham Avinu gave them chema and he gave them basar. The Lashon HaPasuk is V'ikach chema v'cholav uven habakar. So you also did not keep the Torah, so why you deserve the Torah? So the Medrash says the Malachim did not have an answer. So right away HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Moshe, K'soiv l'chos advarim ha'ele. Write it, it's yours, because the Malachim can't get the Torah. So the Torah was given to Am Yisrael because of this Basar v'Chalav. Now the Chas V'Sefer adds that the Gemara tells us on this pasuk, K'soiv l'chos advarim ha'ele ki al pi advarim ha'ele, that's the Hemshech HaPasuk, that from here you learn the lo nichas bris with Yisrael, ela b'shul Torah sheba'al peh. Torah Sheba'al Peh is the covenant between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Am Yisrael. Are these 2 drushes that come from the same pasuk just a random 2 drushes? They're not connected to each other? Says the Chas V'Sefer, no. Oyimek Advarim is that if you look at the pasuk carefully, it doesn't say that the Malachim ate meat with milk or they ate meat and afterwards milk. It says V'yikach chema v'cholav uven habakar. So what does it say? The Malachim ate the meat with the milk. Maybe they ate first the chemba and the chalav, and then they ate the ben habakar. So what's the issue? Says the Chas V'Sefer, as we mentioned in the previous shiurim, yes, they did milk and then they did meat. But between milk and meat, you have to eat bread in order to cleanse the mouth. As we know, there was no bread that day in the home of Avraham Avinu, because Avraham Avinu was eating chulin b'ta'aro, and that day, Sarei Meinu was pirsanido. So there was no bread that day. So if so, the Malachim made milk and then they meat without having a separation between. Where is the makor? They have to have a separation between milk and meat. They have to eat bread in between. That's with their rabbanon. It's not in the midoraisa. There's no din to eat the bread. So that's pshat, says the Chas V'Sefer. The tain on the Malachim Basar v'Chalav is not that they ate milk and meat together, which is also midoraisa. It's the fact that they didn't do the hefsek that you're supposed to do between chalav and meat. They didn't do that hefsek. So that means they didn't were over and so they're abanon of Basar v'Chalav. So that's merely the same pasuk that says K'soiv advarim ha'ele ki al pi advarim ha'ele. Same drush of Torah Sheba'al Peh. That same pasuk, because the Torah Sheba'al Peh is what gave the Torah to Am Yisrael, because the Malach did not keep the Torah Sheba'al Peh. Beautiful word of the Chas V'Sefer. So once we know that Basar v'Chalav is what gives the Torah to Klal Yisrael, and so we can add over here the Imre Emes says. That's what the Gemara tells us, that you have 3 drushes. There's 3 drushes of Basar v'Chalav. It says 3 times. It's connected the 3 brisas that Am Yisrael had with the Torah. Achaz b'choyriv, achaz b'aras moyav, v'achaz b'argrizim b'arevel, mentioned in the Gemara in Horius. Because Basar v'Chalav is what gives Am Yisrael the Torah. So Mimele, the 3 brisas of Torah belong, or Mromus in Basar v'Chalav. That's what the Imre Emes says both in Parshas Mishpatim Tav Shreich Tzadik Beis and in Likutim and Kiddushim Daf Nun Zayin with Beis. In the Pardas Yosef HaChadosh in Parshas Re'eh, he adds to that we know that Torah, the Gemara tells us in Shabbos that Baruch Chachmona they gave us Oraisa Tlisoi. It's a triple Torah. The Torah itself is divided into 3, Torah, Nevi'im, and Ksuvim. So Yimele, if Basar v'Chalav is giving you the Torah, it's also 3. Maybe one can add to that, connecting this Chas V'Sefer. Because the idea of the Chas V'Sefer is not only that Basar v'Chalav gives you the Torah, it's specifically connected to Torah Sheba'al Peh. Now, first one can add that really the whole Yesod of Basar B'chalav is not written in the Torah. The Torah, all it says, Lo Sevashel Gdi B'chalev Imor. That's all it says. How do you know that all these Surah Basar B'chalav? It's all based on Torah Shabbat Peh. For me to learn Yisur Achilo, to learn Yisur Hano, to learn the fact that it's not only Gdi B'chalev Imor, it's every animal, it's every aim. But taking the Yesod that the Pardes Yosef brings is that the same Gemara in Shabbos says the Baruch HaChavana, they gave us Torah Lisah, a triple Torah, by Moshe Rabbeinu's called Lisai because it was the third one to be born. So there, and that's the Mashmos of the Maharal over there, is the Milo that it's not Pshat that Kishbok just gave us the Torah. He gave us the Torah through a human being, through Moshe Rabbeinu. That's the remez of Torah Shabbat Peh. Moshe Rabbeinu is the one who receives the Torah. I take all three and put it together to have a Chacham Shabi Yisrael, the biggest Navi who is giving us Torah. The triple force of Torah is Mizgala in one Moshe Rabbeinu. The Torah Shebechtav is Mizgala Torah Shabbat Peh. That's the biggest Gilu of the Tlisoi. So he made the three psukim of Basar V'chalav come together as one in Torah Shabbat Peh and one big drasha. And that's the Yesod of the Chasva Sefer, the Basar B'chalav, Torah Shabbat Peh, gave us the Torah to Am Yisrael. There's a beautiful way to end the sugyas of Basar B'chalav al Pi Machshava. Anyone who wants to join and sponsor Shom Machshava Shiurim, please email shommachshava@gmail.com.